And welcome back, everyone, to another video. Now, this is a film review, a movie review, of a film that I used to watch a lot when I was a kid, when I was a lot younger and a lot skinnier. As you've seen by the title, I am doing a review on the film The Little Vampire. This is the DVD that I've had since I was a kid. I got this when I was 6 years old, which would have been Christmas, and I got this as a Christmas present from my mother. And at the time, it was my favorite thing that I got for Christmas because I really liked this movie. They used to show it all the time on Disney. I don't even know if Disney still shows this film, which would be a shame because they had two good vampire movies they played all the time when I was a kid. It was this movie and Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire, but that could be a different review. But this film is, if you're my age, stars Jonathan Lipnicki as Tony Thompson, and Rolo Weeks as Rudolph Sackville-Bag. I almost said Rudiger because, fun fact, this film is a live-action film adaptation of a book series called The Little Vampire, which is a German book series. It was a long-running series. I think it was 15 to 17 books, but it was a German book series. I think you can get English translated copies. And aside from the film and the book series, the first live-action adaptation of the book series was the 1985 TV series, The Little Vampire, which was aired in Germany, of course, but there's also an English translated version that aired in Canada, which you can find on YouTube. It's 13 episodes, and it's just one season because it focuses on a certain amount of time in the books. But you have episodes 1 to 13, which tell a complete story. I won't say anything much about that. I don't want to spoil it, because if you want to watch it, I will link the playlist of all the episodes down below, because it's free on YouTube. And there was a second series in 1993. And for the longest time, the only copy of that you can find on YouTube was the complete 13-episode season. There's also one season of 13 episodes in German. But I discovered about a year ago or so that there's now the English translated version of that second series. So now you can watch both the first and second TV shows of The Little Vampire in English if you don't understand German. And I know 4 or 5 words in German, so that was always horrible for me. If it was in French, that's different because I know a lot more French than I do German because I took French in eighth grade. So, but this film, it focuses on Tony Thompson, played by Jonathan Lipnicki, who also we know as the boy from Stuart Little, who befriends Rudolph Sackville-Bag. I keep wanting to say Rudiger because I like the TV shows. They're very good shows. Rudolph Sackville-Bag, the little vampire. They become best friends, and he has to save Rudolph and his family from the ruthless and rather stupid vampire hunter known as Rookery. And Rookery doesn't really care who gets in his way when he's hunting a vampire. I mean, I don't know if he thought Tony was a vampire or not, but he tried to trap him in a stone coffin in a tomb. So the man's a moron. And by the end, he is defeated, and Rudolph and his family get to become humans because they don't want to be vampires. They want to be human. They make vampires as a curse, and they want to become human again. And by the end, they become humans. And they don't at first remember Tony because they don't have those memories until he whistles, because Rudolph's sister Anna taught him how to whistle if he ever needed help or something. I believe that was the way. I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I have this. I don't really watch DVDs anymore. I just have them as collections because everything's streaming now. And I don't believe this film was on Disney Plus, which is unfortunate. But it came out in 2000. I always laughed with the flying vampire cows that shit on Rookery's windshield. Because Rudolph had to feed, for the most part, on cows, and there was a farm up the road from where Tony was living. And he and his family fed on all the cows and made them all vampire cows. And in 2017, I did watch the animated remake, the Little Vampire 3D. I did watch the remake. I owned it on DVD, and I didn't hate it. I think it was a very good very good film. I don't, and everyone knows that I don't like remakes of films, especially films that I liked as a kid. But the Little Vampire remake, it was very good. It was essentially just a loose adaptation of this film because the characters all have the same last names and the same first names. And also a fun fact: the actor who played Rookery and the actress who played Rudolph's mother reprised the roles in the animated remake to do the voices for their characters. So that was a fun thing for them to do, I assume. That they brought those two back to play those characters again. But I mean, it was not a bad film, and I know some people nowadays they've seen this film and they don't like it. I assume it would be the effects, but this was a film made in 2000, and it's not strictly an American film. It's a Scottish film because it takes place in Scotland, of all places. Not Transylvania, but Scotland. But I don't see many people talk about this film on here, as far as from what I'm aware. But I thought I would just do, since it's Halloween season, do a little review on this film that I grew up with as a child and still own a copy of the DVD that I've had since I was a kid. I don't have the booklet or anything anymore, but I do have the disc. But let me know what you all think down below. Did you see this film when you were a kid? If you're my age, did you see this when you were a kid? Seen this film at some point and you liked it and you thought it was funny because it is a comedy horror film. So let me know what you all think, and I'll see you all in the next video.